Hi guys, it's the Nerdy Movie Guy, and today we're going to talk about The Witch. Now, this was a very interesting movie that I've been waiting to review because it's a horror movie, but it's not your horror movie in the traditional sense. So in this movie, it takes place in the early 1600s where this family is banished to the wilderness. They're forced outside the city to live their life. And as this movie progresses, when I say it's not a horror movie in the traditional sense, is there's no pop-outs, there's no jump scares, there's no just disgustingly horrifying creatures or monsters. This movie relies on eeriness, creepiness. It's just unsettling. And as this movie progresses, it keeps the audience wondering who is behind the bad things happening to this family and to the property. So it's very interesting because they keep wondering what's going on. The movie throws at you a few different options. They think maybe it's a demon. They think maybe it's a demon possessing one of their own. They think maybe it's the devil himself. They think maybe it's this witch in the woods that, as a viewer, you can't confirm if there is a witch in the woods or not. So it just really plays on its strengths of mystery. And I found that very intriguing. So the cast is really great. I thought this was a very entertaining movie for what this movie's supposed to be. Now, one thing I do want to mention is I don't know how many of you guys watch movies with subtitles, but in this movie, the main actor, because it's in the early 1600s, the vernacular chosen for this movie, the actor just has a really rough, deep voice, and some of the words chosen for this movie, to be honest with you guys, it's really hard to make out what he's saying without the subtitles. So if you just can't stand watching movies with subtitles, I wouldn't recommend this one, only because I think the subtitles are necessary. But that's just my opinion. Maybe you guys are able to hear better than I can, but that was just my opinion when I started this movie, is I need to turn the subtitles on immediately. Now, as this movie progresses, as it plays their strengths, the mystery and what's happening to the people and to the property, it keeps building and building and building. And it's not really a slasher, but the characters are dying, and there's less and less characters the closer you get to the end. And it's just one of those intriguing styles where you don't know who's going to be the last one standing. And there's just a handful of cast for this movie. So I think this kind of movie was very interesting. I loved the mystery to it. I love this kind of storytelling. It's different than the classic horror movies, and I enjoyed it. If you haven't checked this movie out, guys, I definitely recommend it. If you're a horror movie lover and you haven't heard of this one before, or you've heard about it and want to check it out, just go ahead and jump on it. It's not too long of a movie, and it's a great watch. Thanks for watching, guys.